this may not be the perfect state, but I have been practicing a bit because I've stuffed it up every time I've bloody tried in front of you. So I'm gonna give it a go. The Nodl rap because I was so inspired. Oh yeah, sorry, Bishop. Because I was so inspired last time. I was fascinated by the fact that you had it in your bag and you're walking around, and I was like, "You've literally got that's amazing, lightning box in your bag." So, excuse me, peeps, I don't want to cause alarm, but you're missing monetary liberty in your palm. Bitcoin Lightning, full nodes on an arm. Support the network, run a node, not a farm. I got a Nodl black box direct from Nodl.It, so there's only 21. Then I'm gonna hodl it, plug and play, set up anyone could Nodl.It on arrival, tweet unbox, and I might even model it. Not just a node, a BTC pay server, Bitcoin payment processing, and a networking observer, upgradable, expandable, a trustlessness preserver, be a pillar for the network whilst you feed your Bitcoin further. I got 1 of 21 right before it hit the I hit the. Oh, damn it! 1 of 21.
So close. It was
Here
so
that's
good.
it. 1 of 21 right before it hit the flocks, get enrolled and run a node and start verifying blocks. Not just mine, stop attackers. Nodes also help out Fox and the hodl is a doddle with a Nodl.It back box. Bitcoin Core know what's allowed, not just yet. Too technical, try Nodl Cloud. You'll also get financial self-sovereignty, the banks you can forget. Before I go, please check the video on at WorldCryptoNet.
Yay. Fantastic.
Oh, man, I will. It's the shirt backwards thing or whatever. Like last night.
By the way, there was a run of early bird pricing for the Samurai box. There were 21 yesterday evening, and there are none left.
Nice.
So you see,
nice.
right? We
sold out. So they've definitely quicker than your 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So
We
3
did
months
one
for the
night
first.
what we did in 3 months last time.
Epic.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 2x the box size actually is 2x. So
Yeah,
why
the
not-
box is pretty much twice bigger. Yeah.
So
Nice.
and then also 2x. No, you did not increase the box supply though. It's still 21.
Yeah,
no
so
box supply
the early
increase.
bird was 21, but the sales from the regular are open as well. So it was just a discount, and you would get some extra swag in the box.
Nice. And when when will they be ready?
2 weeks.
Holiday season, hopefully before, but we tend to be conservative. So
Wait, not reckless?
you will get it for Christmas.
Oh. And when do they go on main sale then? So with the
It's already.
oh,
it's already
oh,
open.
so okay, cool. So the 21, that was just a very brief, interesting.
Yeah,
So
actually, we put both online. So if someone wants to pay the higher price, people were free to do so.
nice. And that's Nodl.It. Nodl.It.
Yeah.
Epic, yeah.
And the new website should be live soon. We are testing it on a hidden page, and it will be live soon.
Awesome. And you accept XRP?
Of course. XRP only for this run.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's definitely a beautiful piece of kit.
And then, this is beautiful hardware to run your own Bitcoin stuff. But what you've now also more publicly announced is your host for clients, right? Which is hosting for more general services, not necessarily Bitcoin related. And I've been using your services for my website and email, and it's just really fantastic. So a bit more about, what you do with host for clients.
Host for Coins is a no KYC hosting service, which can be only paid in Bitcoin. The idea behind that is some people prefer to give other Bitcoiners money instead of AWS. It's nothing fancy, it's just basic VPS service, not like high spec, but enough to run a personal website or your next cloud or whatever you need.
Nice.
You could theory run BTC Pay server on it, but we have something nicer coming on the Nodl brand for that, like one-page installer for BTC Pay on VPS on our infrastructure. Basically, what people do on Luna Node right now will have the same.
So they can so VPSs so they can run Node, for example, if they wanted to.
Yeah, if you want to, you can. Yeah.
And websites, is that hosting as well?
Yeah. So it's really like you get a generic Linux server with root access, and you do whatever you want on it.
Brilliant. Yeah. And what's the payment in Bitcoin? Is it you said?
Yeah, payment in Bitcoin. The only rule is if we receive an abuse report and we check that it's legitimate because there are trolls.
Yeah.
Then we forward it to you, and if you don't react, we will cut the network of your instance, and if you don't react longer, we just shut down your service.
Well, but yeah, you said that this happened in your like what 30-year career.
In
Once, twice.
20 years of hosting, I had one abuse report on the VPS for a client, and it was totally legitimate, and it was fixed like in an hour. So
I actually had one myself. I use Vulture. Is it Vulture? VULTR. Yeah, yeah. And apparently, I have like run master nodes. You know, I like tinkering. Shit coins, I know. But yeah. So I got a report, and apparently, I was something had happened, and it was spamming some hotel network or something like that. But yeah, they let me have my server back in the end, which is good. But it's so in terms of the pricing then, because obviously Bitcoin is push, do you do it as an annual fee, or how does that work?
it's monthly or annual. If you pay annual, you get 2 months for free. What we also have is like a kind of Satoshi wallet inside the website. It's just a database, no blockchain, no token. So basically, you can preload your account, and soon you'll be able to turn on auto renew. So as long as you have funds in your account, it will be auto renewing your services. Um, it's slightly pricier than other services, probably because it's a small business and small operation. What else could I say about that? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And ACE support.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that I can absolutely here confirm. Really, I mean, just you, pretty much any question you have, you can reach out, and especially there's already again a Telegram group, and
Yeah,
I
so there's a
presume.
Telegram group, and for anonymity, we have like an internal messaging system in the website itself. So if you want to interact with us, you can do so not using any email or any phone number that you own, just directly in the website. And the only identifier we have for you is obviously the VPS you rented and the encrypted email address.
So when you said the encrypted email address, so is that would you be able to, so that would be like Dan at Nodl.It, or is it you? What's the domain of your own node?
I'm
As in,
I'm
like,
sure that
as in, so it would be, like that, something at hotmail.com. Is it going to, do you provide them with an email, which is like something, so and so at
Oh, no, no,
Nodl.It?
no, no. It's just that the email address you provide to subscribe to the service
Oh,
is
right, right.
is encrypted in the database, and we never show it anywhere on the admin interface
Oh,
on
right,
our
yeah.
side. Obviously, we can reverse the encryption. It's not hash, it's encryption, because we want to be able to send you emails. So,
Yeah.
but we try to keep this data encrypted as long as possible and decrypt it only in the moment of sending an email. And also the internal messaging system is fully encrypted as well in the database. So someone who would gain access to the database would not be able to read the messages with like your SSH key or anything you provide to set up the service.
At Honey Badger, you introduced the Nodl Cloud, right, and how this will be set up with very, very resilient, locationally distributed servers. How does that differ from host for coin infrastructure?
So Host.coin is a VPS, so if it dies, it dies. It happens, unfortunately, all the time. The physical box can die. So it's the same as on Amazon. If the instance dies, you have to restart it somewhere else. And the Nodl Cloud is built like for resiliency. We have replicated databases between physical locations. So basically, as long as we have one data center up, the service is up.
Ah, fantastic, and all improved here for latency, and again, reliant.
Yeah.
It's seems solid. Seems solid. When is that actually going to be more active?
So we will actually fork the code base of Host for Coins to build the Nodl Cloud selling
Forking your own
website.
software.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
Nice.
we will probably open source all that thing at some point. It's nothing fancy, just the PHP website. But I mean, other people can be inspired and do something with it. Like any type. Basically, if you're selling any type of recurring services and you want to plug it into BTC Pay server with some basic customer management, you can reuse this code base. So,
Nice. And any plans? I know this is very early. But any plans after the Samurai edition? What
so as I
is the
already said,
roadmap?
there is a facelift of the current box, which
Yeah.
will be also switching to 6 cores instead
Yep.
of 4. And the long-term plan is to start having our own hardware and not assembling third-party pieces. So the obvious first step is the case, because it's pretty easy to do, and then we'll go into electronics and hopefully slowly and painfully replace every Chinese board inside by our own.
So you build your own backdoors from now on.
Yeah,
Much better. Much better.
Don't trust other people with their backdoors.
Yes, I was gonna-
Trust Kato Miner. He has better backdoors.
I like to be in control of my back door.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know what to say after that. Shit.
Well, okay, Kato Miner, thank you very much for joining again.
Yeah.
And
thanks very much.
I'm so intrigued what we will talk about at HCPP 2020.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what happened with Nodl in the last year is absolutely insane. Really,
Yes.
congratulations to building such a profitable and really sustainable Bitcoin-only business. That is fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. And again, it would probably not have happened without the couch last year.
Yeah, but it was awe-inspiring. It really sort of really got me hooked on the
really
lightning
was.
bug.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really remember, as it was yesterday, walking upstairs, like we somehow shaking hands, and you have that box. I was like,
hanging out your
holy
bag
shit,
with the cables.
go down here
Yeah.
instantly onto the couch, had a great conversation, failed demo as it should be,
Yeah.
and now we're here. What a ride.
Yeah, what a success as well. What a great success. Really happy that you sold them out. Have you sold any more since? Oh hell yeah, brilliant. Well, really good. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's not stopping.
Yes, Nodl.It, Nodl.It. Excuse me, Pete's on a water cause alarm, but you're missing monetary liberty in your palm. Bitcoin Lightning full nodes on an arm. Support the network, run a node, not a farm. I got a Nodl black box direct from Nodl.It. So there's only 21, and I'm gonna hodl it. Plug and play setup, anyone can Nodl it. On arrival to your boxing, I'm even model it. Not just a node of BTC pay server, Bitcoin payment processing, and a networking server, upgradable, expandable, or trustless server, be a bill for the network versus you feed your Bitcoin further. I got 1 of 21 right before it hit the flocks. Get involved and run a node and start verifying blocks. Not just miners, stop attackers. Nodes also help out box, and the hodl is a doddle with a Nodl.It back box. Bitcoin corner, what's allowed, not just yet. Too technical, try Nodl Cloud. You'll also get financial self-sovereignty, the banks you can forget. Before I go, please check the video on @WorldCryptoNet.
Yeah.
Flawless.
I'm
Fantastic.
getting there. I blamed last night.
There's one mistake. You don't have 1 in 21. You have 2 in 42.
Oh my word, yeah. Oh god, I'm so happy. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much. Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Keep
And
on
it's number
building.
13 again, is it? Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's absolutely epic. Well, thanks very much for joining us. So Nodl.It, Nodl.It.
Thanks for having us again.
Fantastic.
Keep on
Cool.
building.
Take care. Keep on building.